Papoose just can't seem to catch a break. And this time, the blow didn't come from a diss track or a rumor. Claressa Shields has just dropped a bomb that left the internet reeling intimate. Never-before-seen moments with her ex, Fiancé, the same man tied to Papoose in one of the year's messiest scandals. From cozy vacation photos to private late-night videos, Claressa isn't just hinting, she's laying it all out in the open. The timing couldn't be worse for Papoose, still reeling from accusations that rocked both his marriage and reputation. Social media is tearing him apart, with fans questioning how much more humiliation he can take before he fires back. And with Claressa hinting that this is just the beginning. The streets are wondering, is she trying to clear her name or destroy his for good? Buckle up, things are about to get ugly. It was supposed to be just another quiet Tuesday morning in the hip-hop world. No beef, no major album drops, no surprise weddings or arrests. But then, like clockwork, Claressa Shields decided to shake the entire internet to its core. At exactly 9:03 a.m., Claressa posted a carousel of photos to her Instagram account. At first glance, it looked like typical relationship content: cozy, beach selfies, blurry late-night laughter shots, and a short boomerang of 2 wine glasses clinking. But a closer look made jaws drop. The man in every single photo, ex-fiancé, the same man who, just weeks ago, was at the center of a cheating scandal with Papoose. Fans were quick to put 2 and 2 together, and by quick, I mean within minutes. The comments exploded. WAIT. Is this the same dude from the Papoose drama? Not Claressa doubling down with receipts. Oh, she's being petty. And it wasn't just the pictures that set people off. Claressa had added a single chilling caption: "If you think this is bad, just wait." That was it. No tags, no hashtags, no location, just an open-ended warning that sent the rumor mill into overdrive. By noon, Claressa was trending on Twitter alongside Papoose and intimate receipts. Instagram gossip pages were already dissecting each photo. One shot showed her fiancé with his arm wrapped tightly around her waist at what looked like a tropical resort. Another was clearly taken in bed, their faces half lit by the blue glow of a late-night movie. And then there was the one that broke the internet entirely, a short clip of him kissing her on the cheek while she laughed. Wearing the same hoodie she'd been spotted in during last month's scandal coverage. Within hours, the blogs had their headlines: Claressa Shields drops intimate bomb, Papoose's name back in the mud. From the ring to the receipts, quote, won't let it go. And here's where it got really messy. While Claressa didn't directly mention Papoose, everyone knew the history. The cheating rumors, the DMs, the hotel sightings. It had all been picked apart publicly not long ago. So by posting these photos, Claressa wasn't just reminiscing. She was sending a clear message: I still have the upper hand. The reaction was split right down the middle. Half of social media was living for Claressa's boldness, as she should. Humiliate him like he humiliated her. This is how you handle a messy man. Receipts, receipts, receipts. The other half. They were calling her out for being messy herself. Girl, let it go. You already dragged him. This is just clout chasing now. But regardless of which side you were on, you couldn't look away. And where was Papoose in all of this? Silent. Painfully, obviously silent. No posts, no likes, no cryptic studio selfies. For a man who had been teasing all facts, no fiction, just last week, his sudden disappearance spoke volumes. That didn't stop other people from adding fuel to the fire. By the evening, a so-called industry insider went live on Instagram, claiming they'd overheard a heated phone conversation between Papoose and a well-known female boxer, heavily implying it was Claressa. According to the insider, Papoose's exact words were, "You need to take that down before you make things worse for yourself." Whether the conversation actually happened or not didn't matter. The claim alone sent fans spiraling, adding another twist. Remy Ma posted just enough to keep people guessing. At 10 p.m., she shared a photo of herself at dinner with the caption, "Some things don't deserve a reaction." But was she talking about Claressa's post? Or something else entirely? Meanwhile, Claressa seemed to be enjoying the chaos she'd created. She began liking tweets that called her petty goals and the queen of clapbacks. She even reposted a fan's meme showing her holding a championship belt with the words "undefeated in and out the ring." By the next morning, the story had bled into mainstream media coverage. Sports blogs were speculating about how the drama might affect Claressa's upcoming fights, while hip-hop outlets were predicting another Remy versus Claressa showdown. Then came the plot twist no one saw coming. A new intimate video surfaced. It wasn't posted by Claressa this time, but by an anonymous account that claimed to be tired of the lies. The grainy, dimly lit clip appeared to show her ex-fiancé kissing Claressa's shoulder while whispering something inaudible. The only thing that could be heard was Claressa laughing and saying, "We really shouldn't be doing this." The account didn't say when the video was recorded. That didn't stop fans from connecting dots and making the situation 10 times worse for PAPOOC. By the afternoon, the hashtag Pap loses again was trending. Twitter was merciless, with one viral post reading, "Papoose went from Black Love Goals to Meme of the Month in record time." And while all this was happening, someone claiming to be close to Papoose posted on Facebook, "Don't think he's not working on something? Y'all gonna be shocked." Whether that meant legal action, a diss track, or a full-blown interview remained unclear. But one thing was certain. Claressa had just turned an already ugly scandal into a fresh public humiliation. And Papoose was now under more pressure than ever to respond. The question now wasn't just if he'd respond, but how would he take the high road and ignore it? Would he clap back with his own receipts? Or would he go for the jugular and release something that could ruin Claressa's image entirely? Either way, the streets knew one thing. This wasn't over, not even close. If the first 24 hours after Claressa's Intimate Moments post were pure chaos, the next 48 were in a loud storm. For 2 whole days, Papoose had been MIA. No Instagram stories, no tweets, not even a like on anyone else's posts. Fans thought maybe he was taking the high road, maybe trying to avoid giving Claressa more attention. But on the third morning, he finally broke his silence at exactly 8:15 a.m. A grainy black and white video popped up on his Instagram. It wasn't flashy, no music, no captions, just Papoose sitting alone in a dimly lit room. His hoodie was pulled low over his head, and his hands were clasped in front of him like he was weighing every word. "I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the narratives. And I'm tired of people thinking they can play with my name." His voice was low but steady, the kind of tone that makes you lean in because you know something big is coming. "I didn't start this. I didn't run to the blogs. I didn't drop photos. But since people want to act like I'm the villain, I'm going to tell y'all exactly what happened, every detail." And then fade to black. That's right, he didn't spill anything. The video cut off at the moment people thought the tea was about to pour. At the very end, a single sentence appeared on the screen. "Full story drops Friday. All facts, no fiction." The comments section exploded. Fans were losing it. "Nah, he's dragging it out Friday. We might not make it that long. If this is a diss track, I'm ready." But Papoose wasn't just teasing. He was building anticipation. Within hours, hip-hop blogs had picked up the teaser, speculating whether the full story would be an interview, a track, or even legal action. And then came the unexpected twist. Remy Ma entered the chat. That afternoon, she posted a picture of herself in a sleek, all-black outfit with the caption, "When they go low, we go higher. But we still bring receipts." The streets immediately connected the dots. If Remy was bringing receipts, that meant she wasn't just backing Papoose. She might be ready to go after Claressa herself by evening. An unverified but very convincing leak started making the rounds on Twitter. It was a series of screenshots allegedly showing Claressa messaging someone about messing with Papoose's head and making Remy look weak. Now, whether those screenshots were real or just expertly faked didn't matter. The narrative had been set. Suddenly, it wasn't just a love triangle anymore. It was a calculated takedown, a power play between two strong, high-profile women who weren't afraid to fight dirty. Claressa, for her part, didn't stay quiet. Less than an hour after the screenshots went viral, she went live on Instagram, from what looked like a hotel balcony. She was calm, even smiling, sipping on something that looked suspiciously like champagne. Receipts. That's cute. But make sure they're real next time. Her live wasn't long, maybe 6 minutes total, but she made every second count. She reminded everyone that she had never named Papoose in any of her posts. And she accused certain people of trying to twist the narrative to protect their fragile image. I didn't lie then, and I'm not lying now. If they keep pushing me, y'all gonna see a side of me you've never seen before. By now, the internet was fully polarized. Team Claressa fans claimed she was the only one being transparent, while Team Remy and Papoose fans insisted she was playing the victim after instigating the drama, and then Friday finally came at midnight. Sharp Papoose dropped a 5-minute video titled The Truth. It wasn't a diss track, it was more like a personal documentary. In it, he detailed the timeline of events as he saw them. According to him, Claressa's ex-fiancé had been trying to leverage his connection to both Claressa and Papoose for clout. That man been moving funny for months. Using my name, using hers, playing both sides. Papoose didn't deny knowing the man. In fact, he admitted they'd been cool in the past. But he claimed the so-called intimate moments Claressa posted were old, and that she knew exactly how the public would react to them now. She didn't post those to share a memory. She posted those to humiliate me. And she knew it. The most shocking part came near the end when Papoose revealed a screenshot of what he said was a text from Claressa to his number sent just 2 days before her infamous post. The message read, "Bet you won't ever disrespect me again after this." Fans froze. That text was real. It meant the whole intimate moments drop wasn't random. It was revenge. The fallout was immediate. Claressa fired back on Twitter, claiming the text was taken out of context and accusing Papoose of weaponizing private conversations. Remy posted a single word on Instagram stories: pathetic. By Saturday morning, the drama had reached a fever pitch. Someone spotted Claressa at an upscale lounge in Atlanta, reportedly celebrating with friends. Meanwhile, Papoose was seen arriving at a studio in Brooklyn with what looked like a camera crew. Rumors swirled that this was building toward something huge, maybe a live confrontation, maybe a sit-down interview, or maybe an entire documentary about the feud. One thing was certain: this wasn't winding down anytime soon. If anything, the stakes were higher than ever. Claressa had made her move. Papoose had clapped back. And now all eyes were on Remy to see whether she'd deliver the knockout blow. By Sunday afternoon, the air in New York felt different. You didn't need to be plugged into the hip-hop gossip. Cycle 2 sensed that something big was about to happen. The whispers were getting louder, the posts were getting bolder, and the live notifications were popping up every few minutes. Then, at exactly 4:02 p.m., Remy Ma went live. This wasn't one of those quick, passive-aggressive check-ins. This was a fully staged setup, perfect lighting, professional camera framing, hair laid, outfit sharp. She wasn't here to play. All right, let's get this out the way right now. I've been quiet. I've been minding my business. Been letting y'all run with your little narratives. But enough is enough. Her voice was steady, but laced with the kind of controlled rage that makes you sit up straighter. She started from the top, reminding viewers of the years she's put into building her brand, her marriage, and her respect in the industry. She made it clear that she wasn't here to argue over some man, but to defend her name against what she called manufactured drama for clout. I don't do fake beef. I don't do made-up stories. If I have a problem, I handle it directly. And Claressa, you know exactly what you were doing." That was the first time she'd said Claressa's name out loud since the scandal began. And she didn't stop there. Remy claimed she'd been sitting on messages and recordings for weeks, just in case, and that she'd refrained from posting them because she thought Claressa would eventually back down. But according to Remy, Claressa's recent posts weren't just petty. They were calculated attempts to hurt her marriage. "You wanted to embarrass Papoose. Fine, but don't act like you didn't know my name would be dragged into this. You've been smiling in my face for years. And meanwhile..." And that's when she dropped the first bombshell, a voice note. The live stream audio cut to a muffled recording. In it, a woman who sounded a lot like Claressa could be heard laughing and saying, "I could ruin that whole happy wife thing if I wanted to." The clip was short, maybe 8 seconds, but it was enough to send the live chat into meltdown mode. Heart emojis, shocked faces, flame reactions. The feed was moving too fast to read. Remy let the reaction breathe for a second before continuing. "This ain't about boxing. This ain't about rap. This is about respect. And you crossed that line." Meanwhile, as thousands watched Remy's live, Claressa was reportedly training at a gym in Detroit. But the second her phone started blowing up, she stopped mid-session. Less than an hour later, Claressa fired back on her own Instagram live, visibly heated. "So now we posting fake voice notes. Y'all really that scared of me?" She accused Remy of editing the clip to make her look bad, claimed that she'd never targeted their marriage, and doubled down on her right to post whatever she wanted on her own social media. If you think a couple pictures is enough to break your little fairy tale, that's on you. But don't make me the villain because you can't handle your own problems. While the two women were trading digital punches, Papoose stayed eerily quiet. No posts, no lives, nothing. But according to one source who claimed to be inside that Brooklyn studio he'd been spotted at earlier in the week, Papoose was gearing up for something way bigger than a simple Instagram response. By Monday morning, a rumor started spreading that all three, Papoose, Remy, and Claressa, were going to be in the same place at the same time. Word was, a mutual friend's birthday dinner at a high-profile Manhattan restaurant had turned into a battlefield. Waiting. TMZ cameras were camped outside by the time the dinner started. Sure enough, Claressa arrived first, wearing a sharp all-white jumpsuit and oversized sunglasses, flanked by two friends. An hour later, Papoose and Remy walked in together, both dressed in black like they were heading to a funeral. Inside, witnesses say the tension was immediate. Claressa reportedly made a point of walking right past their table without looking at them. Remy, on the other hand, kept her eyes locked on Claressa the entire time, according to one diner. Things stayed civil for about 20 minutes, and then someone at another table brought up the voice note. That's when Remy allegedly stood up and said, loud enough for half the restaurant to hear, "You still think I'm scared of you?" Claressa, unfazed, smirked and replied, "You still think I care?" Security was called within minutes. Well, no physical altercation took place. Several people claim Remy and Claressa were pulled aside into a private room for a mediated conversation. What was said behind those doors is still a mystery. But witnesses say both women walked out with stone-cold expressions and left the restaurant without speaking again. By Tuesday morning, hashtags like #RemyVs, CLARESSA, and #PAP caught in the middle were all over social media. Fans debated who won the confrontation, while others warned that both women were too powerful to be underestimated. The kicker: later that night, Papoose broke his silence, but not about the dinner. Instead, he posted a photo of himself in the studio, captioned, "Let's make history." No mention of Claressa, no mention of Remy, just a promise of something coming soon. And that's when speculation hit overdrive. Was he about to drop a diss track aimed at Claressa? Was this going to be a joint track with Remy? Or was he about to air out everything in one explosive release? The truth is, no one knows for sure. But what's clear is that this saga has moved beyond a petty social media spat. This is now a full-blown, high-stakes feud with receipts, recordings, and reputations on the line. If Claressa thought her intimate moments post would be the final word, she was dead wrong. If Remy thought her live would end the conversation, she underestimated Claressa's fire. And if Papoose thought staying quiet would protect him, well, let's just say the internet doesn't forget, as one viral tweet put it. This ain't over, this is just round one. And there you have it. What started as a single intimate moments post has spiraled into one of the messiest, most unpredictable showdowns the hip-hop world has seen in years. But trust me, this war is far from over. The shade is getting darker, the receipts are getting heavier. And every move from here on out could be the one that blows the whole thing wide open. So buckle up. Because the next time we check in, somebody's career, somebody's relationship, and maybe even somebody's reputation might not survive. And when that happens, I'll be right here breaking it all down for you. Detail by detail. Until then, drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is really telling the truth and who's just playing the game better? Because in this battle, winning isn't about who's right. It's about who survives. Who survives.